Number one thing you need is patience. Patience is a key. If you don't have patience, then I hate to break it to you.
Got my main man here, Big Art, also known as ADesigns, owner of Godzilla, the Beast. How you feeling, man?
It's hot. It's hot out here.
First question I want to know: how did you get into lowriding? What introduced you to this culture, to this lifestyle?
Woo! I gotta start a long time ago. My pops was in the scene and took me everywhere with him, and from there on, started lowriding and been doing it ever since.
Dope. Take me back to that, like about what year were you talking, like, so we like in the 90s at that time?
My pop was doing it in the 80s.
Nice.
And he would take me everywhere, 80s, 90s, and then maybe early 2000s, late 90s. That's when I got my car, and ever since.
Nice. What was your first car?
Ooh, a G-body. G-body.
So I've noticed a theme with your cars. It's mostly G-bodies. Is that your favorite?
Kind of. It's a mix.
So a lot of the cars that you drive, or a lot of the cars that are affiliated with you, I noticed they got leafing, they got striping, right?
Yep.
And you the man behind that, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. How did you first get into designing cars and doing the pinstriping and the leafing?
Ooh. It's a funny thing. I was never into it at all.
Wow.
Never. I didn't know I was gonna get this far in it. Yep.
So how did you get introduced to it?
That's a good question. Well, a buddy of mine, which everybody knows him by Curly, I started working with him, and I didn't touch a brush until years later. But the way I started was I learned off of taping up patterns, basically paint work first, doing graphics and all that, and then that's when I started doing striping.
So you kind of had like an apprenticeship, like you
Yes.
were kind of like working,
Yes.
kind of like his assistant, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And so you were like masking off the cars and things like that.
Masking off cars for graphics, and then it finally came down to he gave me a brush and told me to practice. So.
All right. So when you first got started,
Oh, man.
have you ever you ever messed up, like messed up somebody's car, or messed up something and then had to?
Oh yeah.
What was that like? Your first, did you kind of feel like, all right, man,
You know what? It was actually my own car, but it was a Suburban. I striped that. Yeah. That's that good thing that car's gone. Good thing that car's gone. Then I striped my buddy's van. Good thing that car's gone too.
So basically what you're saying is you
That's
weren't,
how bad I was. Like
when you
bad.
first started, you were bad.
Yeah.
All right.
I was bad.
No, that's good though, because
But now,
somebody watching this who's first starting, I was telling my kids this same thing, man. Like when you first started anything, you're gonna suck.
Oh yeah.
The very first time you started something, like, you're gonna suck. So
from looking at that, my truck and the van I did, to compare to now, you see a big totally difference.
Oh no, 100%, 100%. I seen some of the work you've done on not only your own ride, not only your wife's ride, but got my guy E. I seen some of the
E, aka the bully out there. Yeah. Yeah, everybody better watch out for that car.
Yeah, if you don't know, it's that white one in the background. We'll get to it.
Yep.
But I noticed, a lot of the intricate, like, it's the detail in what you do, and I noticed you take time in what you do. How did you develop that patience to sit there and and do that? I know when I do things, sometimes I get just impatient with how long it's taking. How did you develop the patience?
I think I just, like I said, Curly taught me, is to block everything out, block people out, and that's how you focus on what you're doing. So that I learned that, and I can have someone talking to me while I'm doing a car, but I won't know what they're saying because I'm blocking them out. Doing what I'm doing, and yeah, that's how.
Laser-like focus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's actually a really, really good skill to have, and a lot of people don't even realize.
I think that's the number one thing that, how would you say it? The ones that want to come up and do what I do, is the number one thing is to block people out and focus. Because if not, you're not gonna go nowhere.
So when you first started, did you have anybody? I know you had your mentor Curly, who obviously was kind of like motivating you along the way. But did you have anyone who maybe didn't see the vision and just was kind of like trying to talk you out of it, or trying to
Not really.
steer you away from it?
Not really, because I wasn't known like how I am now. So I just kept pushing myself, and then basically I was trying to push myself out there to get known. It's basically I was out there trying to pay my dues until where I'm at now. You know what? I think I'm still trying to pay my dues.
Well, that's actually a good.
Yeah,
that's a good mindset to have.
Even though people know me and I'm kind of up there, I still, I'm still working my way up there.
You know what? That's a good mindset to have, though, because you're always perfecting your craft, and it seems like each car that you do, it just gets better and better. So that's a good mindset to have. What I want to know is, how did you feel? What was the feeling you got when a car outside of your own, you saw somebody else's car that you did out rolling the streets? What was that feeling like?
It felt just like another car.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm not happy, or, I'm just, all right, my work's out there,
Talk to me a little bit about the Bezt, Godzilla. It's
about the Bezt.
That's one of the hottest cars out there in the street.
I could say I didn't give the car the name.
Who gave it that name? The streets.
How would you say it?
What, the scene?
Some little child came up with the name. Yes, the stepdaughter came up with the name, and the name's been stuck ever since. So every time we're out there, there's a beast, or they'll say Godzilla.
Nice.
So
what I noticed with a lot of hoppers aren't, let's just be honest, a lot of hoppers aren't really as clean as the Bezt. And you've done your work and your striping, your leafing, and all the work on there. Do you ever get nervous with your car being as clean as it is and as dope as it is? Do you ever get nervous hopping it, thinking like, man, I should?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's nervous. It's nerve-wracking. I don't want to put it back on the trailer all broken. That's why every time you gotta check everything, all the bolts, make sure everything's tight. Shoot that plate down.
As far as the striping game, where do you look to aim? Like what's your next kind of milestone that you want to set? Or do you have plans on, like, do you ever want to open up your own shop, or do you want to just kind of keep it the way you have it? Do you like being mobile? What are your aspirations next in this?
No, you know what? I don't want to open up a shop. It's too much. The business I do always has ups and downs. So if I don't have the money to pay the rent, what's gonna happen? So I rather keep it the way it is. Sometimes I'll go mobile if I know you, and if the money's right. Other than that, I rather work comfortably now, because before I used to do mobile a lot, but it was times where I would have a whole car club around the car while I'm working, you know, smoking weed, drinking, while I'm trying to focus and work. What they're getting, what the work they're getting, they always want to add more. Because they got their club members over here. Oh, add more right here, add more right here. But that's not what they pay for.
Right.
So they try to sneak whatever they can, even though they're not paying for it. But so I'd rather stay here, work comfortably, unless I know you that good. Okay, you know what? I'll go out and do it for you. But other than that, it's right here. I'd rather just be in my little home pace right here. Get the car done.
How can people find you and all that good stuff?
Right now, everybody can find me on Instagram.
All right. And I'll drop that below for everybody watching.
And I think that's about it. Or out there in the scene, they could hit me up. But I kind of choose not to because it's my weekend. You know, I don't want to talk about cars or work or nothing. Unless I know you and I mess around with you and joke around with you, you know, whatever. But they could hit me up on Instagram or hit me up for my number, you know. Anyway, it's out there.
All right, cool. Well, you heard it right here first. This is the very, very first episode, so I want to thank you. It means a lot.
Yep, wait for more episodes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're here with ADesigns, man. Keep it locked.
If you want to see what it will look like when it's cleared, go right here, and then see, that's what it's going to look like when it's cleared. I'll show you the flake. And that's the color right there.
Damn. I don't know if y'all can tell, but
I can wipe it off right off there, and then it goes back to dull.
Damn,
Yep.
That's crazy.
Right here too. You know,
So is this right here how you kind of test?
yeah,
your
when it's
work?
cleared and when it's
And you see what it's gonna look
Yep.
like, kind of get
Right
the finished product.
Yep, right there, see? And then goes back to...
Go back to dull after you wipe it off, huh?
Yep.
Amazing. I never knew anything like that. Never knew that was part of the process. So let me ask you a question. So for anybody, what advice do you have for anybody who is looking to get started in this or looking to do what you're doing?
The number one thing you need is patience. Patience is a key. If you don't have patience, then I hate to break it to you. So, like this car, I still gotta pinstripe it and pattern the top and clear it, and goes back to the customer.
Nice.
Yep.
You did this car right here,
Yes, sir.
and this.
That's the homegirl Sonia from Good Time. She's busting out the new one.
Nice. And you did that car, and it came out in what? What is that?
Lowrider Magazine and Lowrider Scene.
Nice.
Yep.
So not only do you have cars out in the street, but you got cars that's been published
Oh yeah.
that you did their work.
That one was my first hopper. Everybody knew that one because of my rims. I had the bolt-ons. No wait, that was a hottest street car out there.
That one over
Guaranteed.
there. And then what about that right there? You did that too, huh? The caddy hit?
That was Mike D's. That was the first car I say I kind of got like that. That one got a lot of attention.
Wow.
Yeah. And then you can see, you know, I did also, everybody knows who Hyro is. I did his Cadillac and my buddy Joey's car. Rest in peace, Joey. And, you know, I did a Chrysler that came out in the Lowrider Magazine.
Man, I appreciate you for taking the time, man. It's
Not a problem. Not a problem. Anything for Sunday. Anything for Sunday.